Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Third Age Total War Divide and Conquer. Here today on the channel, we're playing on version 4.5 as Isengard. In today's episode, we're going to be continuing our conquest of Middle-earth. We managed to take Enedwiath in the last episode. We'll try and take as much rebel territories as we can, and then we'll start our war against Rohan unless they attack me. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're around here with notifications on, let me know in the comments, feedback and suggestions for the series, tips and tricks, and where you'd like me to expand and conquer. So Saruman's pushing south with a full stack, and Lurk is further to the north near Foldberg. Okay, so send an emissary to Rohan. Okay. I don't know why they'd want us to get diplomatic relations with them. I guess we could get trade with them. It's probably going to be a fair few turns before we go to war with them. But then we're giving them money, aren't we? Maybe if I could give them like just one coin, like that would be ideal. Oh, trade rights for 430. Maybe we can get a little bit more money out of them. They're allied with Gondor, Dol Guldor, and Lothlorien. So we might need to watch out for the elves and stuff to the north. Okay, so we've been gifted a unit of clan spears. Okay, you can pull further south. We are in a little bit of debt, but that's fine. Once we start pushing into more territory, we can sack it. Oh, Lurk is actually with here. It's actually Ugluk with the secondary army. Okay, we'll push for Jinned, I guess. Oh, they actually want me to take the rebel territory as well. That's alright, we can do that. Because we're already here. A lot of archers in there. So Saruman the White is still on the move. We'll bring Ugluk in with some additional reinforcements. I guess you can occupy that fort there. The last thing we want is Rohan to take it and declare war upon me. We'll try and get some alliances and whatnot with other factions to the north, but we'll just have to see. So we can attack it in one turn. 4-2. Clear cut auto resolve. Only 74 men lost. And we shall occupy straight up. 2,000 gold. Hey, now our economy's back in surplus. So we want to try and gobble up as much of this rebel territory as we can, because then we'll have an easier time against Rohan. The clans of Enedwiath. If we get an alliance with them, that would be awesome. Just rejected. Because we don't really want to be facing the clans to the north. The objective of this series and the short victory is to destroy Rohan. I want to destroy Gondor, and we need 30 regions. Western Moria besieged, and they want me to send an emissary to the goblins. I can do that with the diplomat. Okay, so let's negotiate with the Goblin King, Mauzag of Moria. I'm surprised they've pushed out from their mountain hold, but sometimes they sort of bleed throughout the mountains. But yeah, if we do want to hit our short victory conditions, we're going to need to defeat Gondor anyway, because that adds up to 30. Okay, Saruman has pushed to Breeland. We'll build some siege equipment there and deal with that. So, still very much like the first episode, we're slowly but surely building things up against the rebels. Okay, 10 turns into the Let's Play now. We need to deal with this. Let's have a look at the odds. Yeah, 3-1. So we'll win this one. I'm also kind of sick of fighting random rebels for now. But we need to do the hard yards. I can't recommend it enough. Try and get as much rebel territory as you can before you start facing more powerful major factions. Okay. So, the rise of Isengard is still continuing. Calandros under attack. Yeah, I'm curious to see what sort of happens in this series. I can't wait until like the final episode to see like who sort of wins in the zones, because it's always quite close. It looks like Mordor's putting the pressure on, besieging Calandros and Osgiliath. It sort of depends. Like if Mordor destroys Gondor, we might have some problems because they do have like this territory here is kind of close to us. But yeah, I just kind of want to be able to help them out eventually once we defeat Rohan, but that's still quite a while away. We received a gift from the council. Perfect. Gaz bag. Now, because what I really like about playing as evil factions, apart from the cool rosters, is that you can basically general spam. So the more the merrier. Particularly my Gondor campaign, I did a little bit, but I tried not to. Okay, so Saruman's going to push to Hirot. I think that's how you say it. Let's get some ladders in here. And I think this is probably as far north as I probably want to go. Okay, the siege equipment is now built. We should be able to take it. But it's usually a 50-50. Often Dunlendings or the other clans can take Hirot. But we're quite fortunate in this playthrough because I've not been able to get this in previous series, and we'll allow alerts to build some watchtowers behind. Okay, let's negotiate with Mordor. I kind of hope they kind of lose, so we have to come down and save the day. Because if they steamroll Gondor, it'll be kind of boring. We might actually have to go to war with Dol Amroth at some point as well. They're quite close. I want to try and get an alliance with you guys, but you're really just not interested, are you? Culture middleman.
This isn't until we meet again.
Uglor, 3-star command. Night Fighter is really important. So we'll get him. We'll get him in. Okay. We've managed to move Grima Wormtongue all the way over to the Easterlings, and they've accepted an alliance. Fantastic. We've skipped a little bit ahead, but we're nearly ready to go against Rohan. Okay guys, welcome. We're turn 22 into the Let's Play. Saruman has a full stack here, along with Lurks, and it's officially time for the burning of the Foldberg. Gamling's inside. War with Rohan is about to begin. So we've managed to build up, consolidate for 22 turns. And we've got 2 full stacks in operation. We've also got a lot of generals that we've brought in as well. The good thing is about when you can adopt candidates that we can actually get Uruk-hai bodyguard infantry. And seeing that we don't even have a family tree as Isengard, so that's Eormund. And there's another army there. Okay, we'll bring Lurks in to hit Eormund because we've got siege equipment we need to build before Foldberg. So Lurks can come out and strike this army just to delay it coming out to Foldberg. But we've been quite fortunate so far in this series, and they've fled further back, which is annoying. Okay, welcome to the top of the turn. So, we'll continue to try and just get Lurks to throw this army back. It's just going to keep on retreating though, isn't it? We might get him to double back. Yeah, because from what I can remember in my Rohan series that I did either early in the year or later last year, we got war decked by Isengard quite early on. But we've done well. We've managed to expand westward and gobbled up a lot of rebel territory. So now we can push on and field 2 full stacks. So we've got the siege of Foldberg here today against Gamling. Our first war is officially underway. Leave none alive. Okay, so let's grab all our archers. And Saruman. We'll make an archer line, an infantry line as well. So Foldberg isn't the largest of cities. It's more as a small town, but that's okay. Yeah. So particularly when you have factions, I think it's like, isn't Isengard based on the Teutonic Order faction? So it's like, it's kind of like Rome 1, maybe even Medieval 2 at some point. Like it's all based on who has the best command and stuff, who is the faction leader. It's not really done by family lineages. So you're always better off to pick up candidates for adoption, especially as evil factions. I know it's like Gondor, you kind of don't want like Boromir or Faramir's second adopted son to become steward of Gondor. But with orcs, you can get these really powerful Uruk-hai bodyguards. They're quite expendable early on. And they are a heavy infantry unit. So every time a candidate comes up for adoption, we are most definitely going to pick him up. But here we go. Our first battle against the Horse Lords. A new dawn is rising. The quicker we can get rid of Gamling, or Gamling, Gimli, Gamling, Glon, whatever their stupid fantasy names are. Gamling. Right, push up. Now, this is where Isengard is going to excel sieges. On the open field against Rohirrim and Horse Lord cavalry, we could have a problem. So my archers are engaging. We do have some Orthanc crossbowmen here. We'll allow lurks to go up on the offensive. But if you guys want to download Divide and Conquer and play along with me, I do recommend it. All you need is Medieval 2 and Kingdom, the Kingdom's expansion. But the brilliance now with Divide and Conquer 4.5 is that you don't actually need the original Third Age installer. You can just download the 6GB mod, which might take a little bit longer because of ModDB and various other file hosting services. Because they sort of throttle you a bit even if you've got really good internet. But yeah, you can download, install it. There's a lot of fantastic tutorials if you need help. But I found it very straightforward. Okay, so I don't know why those riders of the Riddermark are running away there. And they seem to be somewhat aggressively pushing out for us. So we have 6 battling rams in operation. And they're sort of charging out, which isn't the most craziest play. It does actually distract us a bit. Because those arrow towers are probably what's going to be the main MVPs. My archers are running after people that I don't want. Okay, fall back and then just fire at will. Okay, so now that we've got breaches within the walls, let's give out the attack orders. So it's still going to be 60 turns away before we get access to higher tier units in the blacksmith. But so far we've already done in 20. I'm hoping to wrap up the campaign in less than 100. Definitely doable. I plan to do a short victory, but if you guys want to see more episodes, support it and I'll do more. If not, we'll move on to another faction. I'm definitely down to maybe playing some more evil factions, but maybe I need to play a good faction as well. let me know. I haven't done a rune series in quite a while. That might be quite cool. Starting off as the Eastlings in the Far East. Because you got like Dale. You've also got the Dwarfs. There's that purple Dorwyn faction or something. I can't remember their name off the top of my head. I don't usually stick sort of that side, but yeah, we're playing on version 4.5. For now, I don't know when 5 is going to be released. I'm definitely keen and interested for it. I think my last campaign I did for Gondor was on version 4. Okay, it's kind of annoying that they're getting cycling us there. The bodyguard, if they can make contact, should be able to make quick work of them. But that's the sort of stuff I don't like. And it's going to cost us. Rohirrim archers peppering and hitting us in the flanks and sides. Because forever remember, our armor is weak at the neck. Oh god, how can you not just riddle off Lord of the Rings quotes? So they've done alright. That's nearly the play, just trying to aggressively stop the siege equipment from coming up. We'll send in our own Dunling cavalry. But we've got to be careful because we don't have too much of it. We'll need it to run down enemy combatants. We don't have wargs just yet, but eventually we would. Just trying to think what other factions... Like, I've played Rohan recently. I think... maybe an elf faction? Lothlorien? The High Elves? Have you heard of the High Elves? Okay. But I'm really craving doing more Third Age content on the channel. So we've managed to defeat that Rohirrim horse unit that was outside. And we're just slowly but surely pushing through the town streets. Actually, there might be an opening here. Yeah. Quickly now. Seize the initiative and swing around and try and take the town square. If we can initiate the countdown, that'll be brilliant. If not, a flanking maneuver might be involved.
Badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
It looks like Foldberg will fold here today. Or fall. Okay, so we're in the town square now. Get those riders that are sitting there. Lurtz has yet to come in and really help us in this one. But it looks like it's going to be an resounding victory. And if this is a bit of a taste and a bit of tease to come for the war against Rohan, I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Our infantry is performing really, really well. Okay, how have we not initiated the countdown? Now that the Urukai and Orcs swarm the town square. Archers, if you're sitting back not doing too much, get some shots off. Gambling is no more. That's good. I can't remember if gambling's related somehow to... Theoden or the Royal Line. But, Yeah, well, they're probably all distantly related at some point. Probably not closely. That Eomer is like Eomer is Theoden's nephew. But how will the Horse Lords react as the Uruk-hai chop and carve their way up through the inhabitants of Foldberg? They're now routing, which is good. They're wavering. And we're softening off the last of them with our archers as well. Throw down our buffs where we can. Now that they're in the thick of it. Decent resistance, about a half a second side. There are various spawning scripts and stuff as well. But the banner of Isengard, the white hand, rules supreme. Okay, how have we not finished off them yet? More or less surprised. Yeah, let's start speeding things up. And we've initiated the countdown. We're probably going to wipe them out before we win. Right, let's stop the shots because it's going to cause too much friendly fire. I'm surprised how much their peasant militia are holding on here. This seems to be the last of the units remaining. Although Medieval 2 is an old game and the campaign map doesn't hold up too much, I still think the units look really good, especially for Third Age. I think the units hold up more than the campaign. Okay, so that's now done. Nearly 4 more minutes. So, looking at the casualties sustained and inflicted, 7%. So Saruman lost 296, Lurks with the 80. He managed to get rid of 1,000 of them. The Uruk-hai Raiders got the highest for 205. We'll take the dub. Oh my god, there's Lurks himself. Boromir. What a frightening photo. That was bang smack in my face. In the middle of the night. Oh my god. Menacing is the word that comes to mind. If any of your people poke their foul beards in here again, they'll fare the same. Orcs about killing in Moria. Okay. If any of you people poke those foul beards in here again... Is that how a goblin or an orc sounds? Yeah, what about those legs? They don't need those. It's like Kiwi orc man. But the Foldberg has been taken and the Westfold burns. So we'll chuck a unit in Foldberg because we don't want to lose it. We'll replenish and repair and eventually build a shrine of Melkor. Okay, so we have to deal with Eomund. Let's do that now. And they're fleeing back to Jinned. There's only 600 there. Nothing too crazy. We'll auto-resolve this one, because we outnumber him like 14 to 1. Which is kind of insane. We'll execute the bodyguard. The camp's been sacked. And we'll try and take Jinned before we push for Helm's Deep. We're going to have the Siege of Helm's Deep in this series. Along with Edoras. And then hopefully eventually Minas Tirith and, I don't know, maybe Osgiliath. We'll see how we go. Calandros, if it doesn't fall. So we've got this secondary army out here which we need to deal with. So I guess we'll send Saruman out. Okay, he can't take it. And we'll get Lurks to siege Jinned. Mordor want an alliance. Nope.
Something else you'd like to suggest? Let us know.
Shame.
Ready.
Eomer, Butcher, is currently hanging out in Edoras. Ah! Prince Theodred's here. Where's he come from? Oh, well, we'll probably fight this one. Because if we can get rid of the prince, that's massive. We'll get Lurtz to besiege Jinned. And then fight. Because I don't want to auto-resolve because he's going to run away. Yeah, look, we'll fight this one on the battlefield. Because I really just want to swarm and surround Prince Theodred. Just like in the movies. A roaming wild pack of Uruk-hai. Hopefully we can get him. Because if we auto-resolved, he's going to be able to run because he's a cavalry unit. We might even be able to ransom him, you never know. Kind of forgot that you can do that in Medieval 2, I kind of like it. Alright, let's push up, we'll try and run him down. Maybe get our archers to try and soften him up. We might get a lucky shot. But here are the king's royal bodyguard. Rohirrim! Even with Rohan, to some extent, it's better to try and adopt candidates as well. Because those royal Rohirrim heavy cavalry absolutely wreck shop. So, we'll speed things up slightly because it's not the most exciting battle, but it's definitely one I need to do and I want to show you guys. Okay, so the main thing is once they start losing casualties, they're going to absolutely try and hightail it, so we'll try and soften them up. There's 51 in the Rohan bodyguard. Maybe just try and get the cavalry like behind. Because sometimes we just need to lock them in place. We'll surround them with all our Uruk-hai infantry. While Wormtongue's still working his magic. So we've managed to knock out 3 in a volley. They're on the move. We might have fluffed it up here. Nope, they're doubling back. Maybe? Yes, they are. Our crossbows and archers are doing well. Although we can't overly too much rely on them, we might just have to stick them in. Yeah, throw the cavalry in and stick them in place. I'm happy to sacrifice this unit of cavalry. Get my archers to halt though, I don't want to take that fire on. Alright, so pivot around, surround if you can. We need to make sure we capture the enemy general. Isn't that what they say? Hey my lord, we captured the enemy general. 20 now. Yeah, I wonder what the ransom would be. I'm happy to do either or. Massively demoralizing Rohan and knocking out a pretty prominent commander. Gamling, and hopefully Theodred can be destroyed. We've managed to surround them. There he is. Brave Prince Theodred. Fighting to the bitter end.
We've captured the enemy's general. Guard him well and make him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Alright, sweet. Let's speed things up. Only lost 20 men to their 51. I do not foretell, for all foretelling is now vain. Okay. On one hand lies darkness, and on the other hand only hope. Alright, Galadriel. Pretty dope-ass picture of Sauron, though. With the Black Tower and Mount Doom in the distance. I don't know what he's got beneath his feet. Some sort of beastly thing. Okay, so we've actually captured him. Prince Theodred, heir. He's worth 6.3k. Man, that would massively fund our war effort. We'll try and ransom. And they rejected. Oh no. Imagine that letter coming through. You have to pay us. Theoden, it'll probably drive him insane. You could have saved him. You just had to bring up the moolah. Okay. Old Wolf. 16, a really good commander there. Unfortunately, couldn't rally up with the army. So we'll deal with him. And then we're going to have to take Jinned once the siege equipment is built at the top of the next turn.
Is that what you want? Is that what you want?
Okay guys, welcome to the top of the turn. Turn 25. Now, Graham has moved up an army. So we're going to have to fight that. So, fortunately enough for me, in Jinned, those armies aren't coming in. So, we'll auto-resolve this one against Eomund. And we'll fight that full stack that's sitting outside in the next episode. And it was 300. Which is fine, and we'll exterminate that to get under our control. Alrighty guys, well, unfortunately on that note, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching episode 2 of my Divide and Conquer version 4.5 Isengard Let's Play. We've had a massive episode here today. We've managed to take the Foldberg. The Westfold is falling. And our war against Rohan has officially kicked off. We've also managed to knock out Prince Theodred, which is kind of cool. It's kind of realistic so far, like story-wise. It's working out well. We've built up slowly in the west. Now we've pushed into the Rohirrim territory, and we'll try and push for the Hornburg, maybe in the next episode. We'll just have to see how we go. Because you never know, you could get intercepted again on the way. But Jinned and the Foldberg have been taken. And the war against Rohan is well underway. So stay tuned for more daily content on SimpzyTotalWar. I'm going to be doing a short campaign for this. So expect maybe anywhere between, I don't know, 6 to 9 episodes of this series. So we've still got a lot more to come. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already with the bell notification on. Let me know in the comment section down below feedback and suggestions for the video. And feel free to leave a dislike. If you want to support the channel and follow me on my social media links, they are all linked in the description below. We've got the series playlist that you can access. You can also have a look at my gaming and recording equipment. If you want to get yourself some cheap games, check out the links. You can support me on Patreon if you want. Channel members are available. Use creator code SimpzyTotalWar on the Epic Games Store checkout to flick me a couple of bucks. We've got Twitter, Discord, merchandise, Facebook, Steam group, Instagram, Twitch, and Google Plus links all in the description below as well. But above all, guys, make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Much love from Australia. Goodbye.